My name is Morgan Leet, and I'm with the Maritime Edit magazine. So first of all, guys, congratulations. Are you excited?
Yes, it's been great. All the feedback and just, everybody's reactions has been so much fun watching, and we're very happy and content.
We're flabbergasted.
Yeah, I just finished the show. It was amazing.
Oh, you just finished it?
Yeah, I just finished it last night.
What's your go-to song? And you have to, if you don't know the name, you can say like the story of it too.
Yeah, the first one that Julie sings on the piano, actually.
My God! Thank you.
Number two.
Number two?
Yeah, it's number two right now. Yeah.
Charts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, if it goes number one, she's got to go over "Shallow" by Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Makes sense. So how does it feel to be able to work with Kenny Ortega, such an established director who has launched so many young actors' careers? And then on top of that, to have the show be on Netflix too. Madison, maybe you can answer first.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's so amazing. I mean, there's like no words to really describe how amazing he is, He has so much experience, and it's just so wonderful being able to watch him work. He's so passionate about it and so wise, and, he loves everything that he does. He puts so much effort into it, which is what pushes us to put effort into our show as well. It's just, we know how much this is important to him, and we just want to do, great for him. And, he deserves everything. And, we all love him so very much. He was, so kind to everybody, even the crew, he has such a big heart, and he's just amazing to work with.
Do you have anything to add, Charlie?
I have pages and pages of things to add about Kenny Ortega, and it's nothing but good. He's one of the coolest guys, and truly an inspiration to be around for, because he didn't only just direct us, but he mentored us a lot during this process and really let us develop not just our craft, but our personalities and the way we look at life. He's got a really cool perspective on how on the world that lives around him, and it's admirable every single day. So he's cool.
That's amazing. And Charlie, you're from New Brunswick, which is where we're based out of and where I am right now. What are some of the things that you love to do in New Brunswick when you're home, and appreciate most about your hometown in Dieppe too?
Well, definitely, I've been doing a lot of hikes this summer. So, I love going out. We did like the Chenectadu Loop, 3 days, 2 nights, just nothing but what's on your backpack. The Funny Footpath, which is a beast. And then the Hestigush as well. I think really just going out and spending time out there, just with the Petitcodiac, it's a miracle the way our tides work. I think I love watching it just flow and go up and down. So I think definitely been doing a lot of like the national parks, the beaching. I was just in Shediac yesterday, and there was actually these folks that were, there was like the little like, not like a little concert or whatever, but they had like 4 violins, a flute traversière, an acoustic guitar, and they're all just singing classic like folk tunes. So I love seeing that too. It's fun.
That's amazing. I just completed the Funny Footpath myself, so.
Oh yeah.
Know where you're from. Yeah.
Oh my God. Where'd you start? St. Martin's or Alma?
St. Martin's. St. Martin's.
Yeah. So day 1, okay, it's gonna be fine, and then day 2.
Yeah, we actually have a story about it in the last edition, so you can go check out how that went for me.
Yeah, I'll have to. That's cool.
Yeah. So Madison, what was it like for you coming from Pennsylvania to Vancouver to film?
Oh, I mean, I was kind of used to that whole, like, my mom leaving for the military and it just being me and my dad and my sister. So when I had to leave and I knew that my dad wasn't going to be with them, and I knew that, we were so tight knitted and we all kind of like depended on each other for certain things. Having to like be separated for that long was very stressful. But when I got out to Vancouver and had the guys there, just the cast and Kenny and everyone, that feeling of nervousness kind of went away slowly, and eventually just got forgotten about. Because we were constantly talking to my mom every day. We were calling her like 5 days 5 days a week, every single Sunday. We were always on the phone like 6-7 times a day. So we were making sure that we were interacting, and they always told us how their day was, so we felt a part of it. We always told them how we were, so we definitely found a way around it. And then eventually they visited us, and just before we were gonna end up leaving Vancouver anyway, so that was also very nice as well.
That's awesome. Did you notice a big difference coming from the US to Canada?
No, not really. I mean, like, besides like I had to like learn how to pay rent and how to pay for the groceries and all that stuff. I was like, oh, this is all new. But it really just kind of reminded me of like, it kind of had the quietness of Allentown, but like it reminded me of like when I used to live in New York and Brooklyn. It kind of gave me those like building vibes as well. So it was just, it kind of just felt like I was actually really happy to be out there. I was like, wow, this is like the mix of like two worlds that I love to live in, you know?
That's amazing. Yeah. So, Charlie, growing up in New Brunswick, how was your experience breaking into acting unique, and what kind of resources did you have access to while here?
What do you mean by resources?
So, acting resources, did you perform in
okay.
states,
Yeah.
concerts and stuff?
Well, so I started off at the Capitol Theater at a young age, and then what was kind of cool is they would like just because it's like the hub of actors for around this area, they would, whenever they receive auditions, they'd send them always out to us. So kind of got a little bite out of that when I was a kid, and which really made me want to start pursuing it later on in life. And then, a French film here, and La Gang d'Albois, which just changed my perspective on, man, that's really what I wanted to do. So by the time high school came around, I was able to organize my classes at Maritime to graduate a little earlier, moved up to Toronto, I got an agent up in Toronto with Vanderweer Talent. And then I think, people want to go and move out of, but if people want to continue finding it, work hard for it, find the love for it, work, search up how other people have done it, look for an agency, try to develop your craft, definitely. And so, it's all about the love for what you do, and make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, because that's what's going to decide whether you're going to work hard enough for it or not. Right. So I think you got to love it first. Right.
And when did you find your passion for music as well as acting? Did that kind of coincide at the same time?
Actually, I was playing music before I started acting. With my family, we were doing like a little band called Gillespie 5. We do like this little cancer walk, the Shediac Market. We do Christmas Daddies. Remember? Do you know that show from out here? Every Christmas. Anyway,
I've never watched it. No.
Okay. Well, it was a classic growing up there, so we got to go on that, and just as a little family band, got to play bass, and then eventually started playing guitar for just bonfires at night. And but when the show came around, I knew Luke was obviously like an electric guitarist, and I never really dabbled into that yet. So I rented one right away. I rehearsed all my songs on it, got to go do some like open mics for the first time, dive into that energy, and then the rest is history, I guess.
Wow. And how about you, Madison? I know you have an amazing voice. When did you kind of hone in on that talent?
I started taking it seriously in 6th grade after I moved out here. It had been my 2nd year living out here, and I found out about musical theater, and I kind of just like started just trying to get my hands on anything that was kind of like affordable, because like I don't want to spend like money on like an expensive vocal coach, So I was just trying to participate in like school choir and church choir, and I was always trying to get into those musicals. And in 7th grade, after I was actually Princess Jasmine for the school play. I took it seriously, and I auditioned for an art school out here called Arts Academy. And since then, I kind of just ended up finding about this audition. So yeah, I definitely found my passion in 6th grade, and ever since then, it just kept on growing every year.
That's amazing. So going back to the show, the audience is able to watch Julie and Luke's relationship really evolve. The characters grow a deep connection. How did you both work to build this on-screen relationship?
Became best friends. we'd hang out all the time. We do so much stuff off set, on set, during rehearsals. But the biggest thing for us was writing a song for the show that we got to pitch and got landed in. It's called Perfect Harmony. You would have seen it. It's the dance number that we do. And Maddie, you want to take the reins on this one?
Yeah. So, it's established in the show. It's not really shown, but it's talked about that, Julie and Luca constantly writing songs together. And so when Kenny brought it to our attention that we should try and write a song, we took the opportunity as a moment to kind of just really sit down and think about how the two characters may, work with each other, because we were in the middle of shooting and we needed this song for this scene. And, it was the moment that we were going to finally see that, Julie's feelings for Luke are kind of somewhere else, so being able to kind of have that experience helped us understand why they might be feeling this way towards each other. And it was just a fun experience in general as well. Now watching our song kind of, get higher on the charts is amazing as well, because we put so much effort and work into it. But it helped a lot just understand the connection that these two people have, because, it's different from writing a song by yourself than with writing a song with somebody, because you kind of have to be more vulnerable than you would be, on a regular day basis. You really have to kind of just trust in that person that they want the best for you in the song. We kind of looked at the song as like our little like baby. And then when it got like produced, like that was kind of us like thinking about it going to like college.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like a lot. Watching it build and grow was a lot of fun. And I thank him all the time for just, being my song partner.
Wow. That's amazing too. So you mentioned that you guys kind of became best friends. Do you have a most memorable experience when you were filming out in Vancouver of something you guys did together or would do together?
Yeah.
Most memorable?
Yeah.
Like whatever we do the most. Well, it's because we're on set all the time. And so it's like the most memorable things are the in-betweens, the random lines that might be thrown once in a while on set with each other, and just the excitement, like the pranks. Most memorable moment right there. Okay. So Owen, who plays Alex, was flying home for a weekend just to go see his family, wanted to get a little break. And so Madison calls up and she's like, we got to prank Owen. We got to prank Owen. It's like, so what do you want to do? And she's like, well, I have this idea. I'm like, okay, what is it? It's gonna be a lot. I don't know if Owen's gonna be happy about it. It's like, Maddie, what is it? Owen's gonna take a joke. It's like, well, what if we take all of Owen's stuff and put it into your bedroom and put all your stuff into Owen's bedroom, and then we wrap everything with wrapping paper, like from the walls to the windows to the bed to the dressers. I was like, you are a genius. So Savannah, who plays Carrie, comes on with us, and it took us like a full Saturday to do it. But oh my God, he was so mad. It was the funniest thing. But that's probably the most memorable.
Yeah, probably the most memorable offset.
For you too, Madison?
For offset, yes. There's also like being able to like actually like perform Perfect Harmony with our song, like completely finished. That was like a totally different experience right there. I mean, like, to be able to like produce a song, first of all, write it, then get it produced, and then to be able to actually like dance to it and then get into the show is like it just kept on getting better and better. And that was definitely a moment that I constantly just think back about. It was so good. We had to replay it when we first watched it. I mean, that was like, wow, we really did that. That was just amazing.
And we had like it was like the first week of filming, and we had to like show Kenny soon because
well, it wasn't the first week, but we were like I said, we were in the middle of the show.
But we were in the Hollywood Ghost Club, right?
No, it was the second time that we were in there.
No, Maddie, you were still. You're right. Yeah. So we were like, Kenny, can we talk to you? And only Kenny. Well, Kenny didn't know. Like Kenny was like, yeah, sure. But Owen and Jared knew, and we were like, okay, we're gonna do it now. Maddie came to set, we're gonna do it. So we brought him up to the green rooms of the Hollywood Ghost Club, and we sit him down and we told ourselves, we're like, let's just not say anything. Let's just play it for him and see what his reaction is. So we don't need to pitch it. We don't need to do anything. We just play it. So we did, and he was like, wow, is that Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello? I'm like, no. This is something that we wrote. And so that moment when we get to play it for him and he realized that we wrote it for the show was just next level, because he then things changed. He was like,
He
we got our
instantly fell
music
in love with it.
supervisor in. He instantly fell in love with it, loved the message, loved the story that went with it. We got it to Netflix, and then 2 weeks later, or a few weeks later, or whatever, that's when we were on the boulevard.
Yeah.
We were filming on top of the Orpheum sign. Madison came to set, and we had a couple of producers on set as well. And that's when Hillary, our one of our EPs, dropped the news, and it was
we looked at each other like, you're lying.
Yeah.
There's a lot that whole process, that whole experience was just like the it for us. I mean, at least for me personally. I don't know what about you, but I know like.
Yeah. Well, I know, I gotta agree. It's like the more we think about it, the more it just it comes into like that really doesn't happen, especially at our stage of our careers.
Especially with us being new, especially with me, and we were just starting to be like professional musicians and performers, and we never wrote a song before,
Never.
At least we've tried to write stuff personally, like, just to mess around, but we've never wrote a song with another person. So being able to have this moment and, get it in the show and then be able to actually have it in there and perform to it was just a totally different experience. And, it definitely stands out from everything that we did.
Our team believes in us so much. That's like, that energy is just, yeah. It's cool. It's very cool.
And the show did an amazing job too of creating a fun and goofy story, but it also dealt with heavy themes like grief and passion and growing up. What positive message do you both hope viewers take away after watching the show? Maybe Madison, you can go first.
Oh, you want me to go first? I was gonna say Charlie, but okay. When I look at music, you just see how it worked for us as well. How, it was really when we were performing as a band that the Netflix execs and Kenny really saw the connection that we all just kind of had. And we felt it, music brings people together, and that just goes to show how well it does it. And, just a message of how music can also help you do so much, and help friends, get through you and help you through whatever you might need to face. So I just, we constantly talk about how we want our music just to be there for people, that they can listen to it when they're sad or listen to it when they just want to jam out in their car with a group of friends. We want our songs to have a message, but also just be something that you can just jam out and enjoy on your free time, So definitely the message of music and, how it can help people get through certain things.
And I second that. I agree with Madison. It's the for us, at least, just because we're musicians, one of the biggest joys of our life is playing music, and if we can share that, and we're already hearing stories of people wanting to pick up like take piano lessons because of the show and learn, and people are putting covers on the show, and you see the smiles on their faces, and it's, there's a reason why we listen to music, and there's a reason why it moves so many of us in different ways. And the more people out there playing, I think it's just a better world to be in, I think.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And Madison, what inspired you most about Julie's story as well, since she was kind of finding her love for music again, despite all of her personal hardships that she was facing?
When I first got introduced to her, it was in a time that, I was auditioning for things at school and I just wasn't fitting the cast type. They weren't looking for, a Latin girl. And, you kind of just like start to realize that there's not a lot of like that diversity out there. And, if I, were to be, going for a Latin role, it'd probably be, stereotypical, Latin. So when I was introduced to her and I knew that her story was so real and she was normal and she didn't have to be, stereotyped, that's when I really realized that I wanted to go for her even more, because I had that connection of wanting to, be somebody, but not knowing if I should pursue that dream or not, because I was kind of lost at the time. So she was kind of just like a gift to me at the time as well. I had just taken up piano, and I was starting to get back into music a little bit more, and I was getting close to the end of the year and finals, and I was all over the place. So, you know, it was a lot of unclear stuff, but, you know, when it all settled down, she was there. And, these silhouettes of these guys, of, you know, the Phantoms. And then when I finally got out to LA and met the boys and finally got paired with them, it all, you know, like really clicked, and it all just fell into place. And they've helped me through so much. And I'm very grateful that I get to be a part of it.
Well, it's very clear on the show how you guys all clicked and came together, and I'm so happy for you guys. And it's a wrap now, but thank you for taking the time. And I know you guys are going to do amazing things, so this is very exciting for me.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Guys.
Bye.
See you later.